How you doing, YouTube family? Today is Sunday, April the 20th, 2025. It's your man Big D, and I'm back with another one. I want to thank all you good folk out there in YouTube land for continuing to show support to my son and I. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Well, family, I'm back with this young lady again with part two of her story. Man, family, the more and more I listen to her story and her circumstances, it sounds to me like she done got herself into a legal situation. And when I say a situation, especially when I saw trafficking, man, she done got arrested for trafficking, depending on at what level that they were trafficking, man, the minimum mandatory starts at 3 years. So, man, that's a long time. 3 years is a long time to be away from both of your daughters, man. But we gonna go ahead and let her finish filling us in on this situation that she done got herself into.
Part. Excuse my language. I hope my video don't get flagged because of this. But maybe I should take that out. I don't know how this works, y'all. But the worst part about it all is the fact that this man, we're not even together anymore. We have a baby together, but we're not even together. And that's one of the bad parts about the whole thing.
No, but ma'am, listen, that's the most effed up part about the thing. But the messed up part about it is you already got a daughter. So this is like daughter number two. So you don't procreated with another Dusty, and now this Dusty done got your ass in a bind. It's like one bad decision after the next, after the next, after the next, and the next thing you know, you have what's called a domino effect.
Sacrificed. I put it all on the line. I did all this for a man that I am not even with till this day. I have a 3-year-old daughter, a 1-year-old daughter. We're not together. I went to jail with this man, was in jail with this man. I helped protect this man.
Why? Why would you protect this little dusty ass dude who clearly he knew, I don't know the circumstances or how they was arrested or what probable cause was formulated to arrest them. But if it involved drugs and it involved, you know, trafficking, well, that tell me, I mean, I would think that it was his, it was his drugs, perhaps. From what I can understand, it was his drugs. She just went along for the ride. And yeah, it sound good. Yeah, we just gonna run take this little trip. So I'm gonna drop this package off. Yeah, when we get to where we going, we gonna have us a little party. We gonna, we gonna set it off, whatever, whatnot. So you didn't think about any of the risks. And your daughters, well, you know what? The one daughter, because I don't know why when you took the ride, if you was pregnant, I don't know. It's just a lot of moving parts. But at any rate, you if hey ma'am, listen, if you got to snitch, you got to snitch, ma'am. Sometimes you got to snitch. I mean, if for the sake of your children, sometimes you got to snitch, especially if you claim that you was just along for the ride, you was just along for the trip. Did you tell the police that? You explain that, or did you just when they asked, well, whose drugs is this? Did you just not say nothing? And then he just not say nothing. And if nobody says nothing, if nobody takes ownership of the narcotics, well, guess what? Both parties are getting arrested. Both parties are going to jail.
So this man would not go to jail. Was I fully aware of everything that was going on 100% and knew all the details? No, I did not. But because of how I love this man.
Okay, so basically, she was saying, so you took the charge so he wouldn't go to jail. So you said the dope was yours? I mean, you say in one breath, you said so he wouldn't go to jail, but I'm thinking that both of y'all was arrested. So the fact that you was even willing to get arrested for him, it just speaks craziness as to why I mean, ma'am, you keep committing self-inflicted wounds. You keep committing self-inflicted wounds. And there's no way that sooner or later, one of these self-inflicted wounds that you are causing is it's gonna be it's gonna be a mortally wound. I mean, it's gonna be more than just a flesh wound. It's gonna be something that could very well take you out. And it sounds to me like this is it.
Because of how much I love this man and wanted to be with him. I thought we were going to get married. I thought that this was any game for me, that this was the one. And because I thought all those things and I thought he felt the same way, that okay, let me ride this out with him, This is my man. This is going to be my husband. I'm pregnant with his baby. Mind you, plot twist. Y'all, I went to jail pregnant. I was pregnant in jail. I was pregnant in jail. I was
That's a damn shame that your baby daddy allowed you to go to jail pregnant. He could have just went on ahead and said, "Nah, it's all mine. She ain't had nothing to do with it." Because if that was the case, because if all you was along for was the ride, well, then that means that it was his package. You was just going on to keep him company for the ride. Or did you maybe put in on the package map? See, it's a lot of moving parts that we just don't know.
going through so much, y'all. I didn't even want my baby. I didn't even want my baby. I went through so much postpartum. And right now, to this day, the man is putting me through hell. Different babies, different baby mamas, different women, all pregnant. Like, it's just crazy.
No, what's crazy is all y'all falling for this dusty ass Pookie. That's what's crazy. What's crazy is all you sisters are falling for this same ass dusty ass little dude. And it's true when they say that most of the women are fucking the same dude. That's what they say. Especially when you start talking about being of a high status. Because it's only so many of them to go around. But it's crazy when the same chicks pretty much are smashing the same little dusty ass dude, the same little dusty Pookie, and getting pregnant from him, and thinking that you're gonna have a, a a productive outcome with this dude, with this character.
And all this because I took a ride. I took a ride with a man that I was involved with, and it costed me. Point blank period. It costed me.
Yeah, ma'am, you took a ride when you know he was carrying a package in the car. You knew what was in the car, ma'am. That's why I know you was complicit, ma'am. You was complicit and you knew damn well what was in the car and what the purpose of the ride was. So, ma'am, at the end of the day, the only thing you could have done was say, "Hey, listen, yeah, I took the ride, but I don't have no it's not mine. It ain't mine. Ain't my package. It ain't my bird. It ain't my key. It ain't my brick. It ain't mine. And yeah, this is my dude and whatnot. But I got kids, and yeah, I went along for the ride, but I ain't getting no proceeds out of this. I'm not getting no monies, I ain't getting nothing. Sometimes you have to, certain situations, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. That's just what it is. And ma'am, if it meant you having to snitch a little bit, and listen, when you a civilian and you ain't part of the criminal element, it ain't no snitching. It's just telling the truth. Ain't no such thing as snitching unless you involved in a crime. You ain't involved in no crime, and you a regular civilian, regular citizen. It ain't no snitching. You just telling the truth. You telling what the facts are. Now, I don't know what the facts are, but I do know that you knew why y'all was taking this little road trip. Can't dodge that accountability, man.
Real dumb. Supposed to be going to the casino, doing this, doing that. You know, I was sleeping during the time when we were driving to the casino. You know,
So basically, she done got herself in a jam, family. She done got herself in a conundrum. And to be honest with you, at this point, I don't even know if she could even be a witness for the state. I think that ship done sail. So she probably, unless she got money for a good lawyer, he is probably going, unless she got a good lawyer and or be a witness for the state against her baby daddy. She probably gonna do some time. That's just what it is, family. But hey, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. You want to think about all that when you were just thinking about you and little Pookie taking this little road trip. Y'all gonna make some little monies and whatnot. He gonna drive you to the casino. He gonna give you some little gambling money. Probably gonna get a little room up there. You gonna get your little uterine walls rearranged and pushed in. You know, just thinking y'all can just have a nice old time until police pull y'all ass over. Now it done got real. Well, family, always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday.